Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a breath. Let the air move through your lungs. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, the subtle pulse of life moving through your body. You are here. You are alive. And yet, somewhere beneath that awareness, there is often a quiet, persistent sense that you are alone, that the world around you is distant, separate, maybe even opposed to you. This sense of separation feels so natural that we rarely stop to question it. From the moment we enter this world, our senses begin drawing invisible lines. The walls of the room, the warmth of a blanket, the edge of our own skin, all of these define where we end and where everything else begins. We grow up learning contrast. I am here. The world is there. As we take our first steps, we bump into tables, we scrape our knees, we discover the boundaries of a physical body. As children, we realize that we cannot reach every toy, cannot eat every treat, cannot control the world outside of our grasp. Those early limitations shape a story that will follow us throughout our lives, the story of separation. And the mind, brilliant and relentless, reinforces this story. It labels, categorizes, and compares. It says, that's mine, that's yours, that's good, that's bad, that's me, that's not me. Every thought seems to strengthen the line between self and world. This division is useful. It helps us navigate life, protect ourselves, and make choices. It allows us to say, I'm hungry, I need food, I'm tired, I need sleep. In many ways, it's essential for survival. But survival is not the same as truth, and the story of separation, while useful, is also an illusion. Here lies the paradox. On one hand, individuality is undeniable. You feel joy, sorrow, longing, fear. You wake up in the morning with your own memories, your own choices to make, your own perspective on life. You experience yourself as a center of consciousness, a me who sees the world through your unique eyes. That sense of self is real. Without it, we couldn't form relationships, build communities, or even function in daily life. But beneath this personal awareness is another truth, one that whispers rather than shouts. You are not truly separate. You are not an isolated point drifting in an empty universe. You are connected, woven into a vast invisible web of life, energy, and consciousness that stretches far beyond what your senses can measure. Every breath you take is only possible because trees, plants, and oceans give their oxygen freely. Every bite of food you eat is the end result of sunlight captured by plants, of rain falling on soil, of countless organisms participating in the dance of growth and decay. Your heart beats not in isolation, but because of chemical processes shaped over billions of years by the Earth, the stars, and the cosmos itself. Even your thoughts, those private murmurs of the mind, are influenced by language, culture, and history, gifts passed on by countless others before you. To live as an individual is to simultaneously exist as part of something far greater. You are the I and the we, the small and the infinite, both at once. This paradox is easy to forget because the illusion of separation is convincing. It is immediate, tangible, reinforced by every glance, every object, every sound. Your eyes tell you, that is outside of me. Your skin tells you, this is where I stop. Your mind tells you, you are alone in here. And yet modern science and ancient wisdom alike reveal a different story. In quantum physics, particles do not behave like isolated marbles, but like entangled partners, influencing one another across vast distances as though the universe itself refuses to be divided. Neuroscience tells us that our minds are not sealed chambers, but open networks, shaped by relationships and environment. Philosophy challenges the very concept of a separate self, questioning whether the I is anything more than a convenient story. Spiritual traditions across the world echo the same refrain. You are not separate, you are part of the whole. But before we explore those perspectives in depth, let's return to the personal. Because this illusion of separation doesn't just live in textbooks or theories. It lives in your daily experience. Think about the last time you felt alone, truly alone. Perhaps you sat in a crowded room, surrounded by people, yet somehow felt invisible. Maybe you scrolled endlessly through social media, comparing your life to carefully curated images of others, and felt the sting of being on the outside looking in. Or perhaps you walked through a busy street, thousands of lives passing by, and wondered if anyone truly saw you. That feeling, that ache of loneliness, is the illusion of separation made real. It is not that connection is absent. Connection is everywhere, all the time. What's missing is our recognition of it. The illusion goes even deeper. Consider how society itself amplifies the story of division. From a young age, we are taught to compete for grades, for jobs, for status, for wealth. We are told that success means standing out, rising above, distancing ourselves from others. We measure worth not by connection but by separation. How different am I? How far ahead am I? How much more do I have? And while this drive for individuality can fuel achievement, it also feeds a quiet hunger. It leaves us anxious, restless, never satisfied. Because the more we cling to the illusion of separation, the more we cut ourselves off from the very source of meaning, our connection to life itself. So why is the illusion so convincing? Why do we forget again and again that we are part of something greater? Part of the answer lies in how our brains evolved. To survive in the wild, our ancestors needed to quickly recognize threats, to distinguish self from other, safe from unsafe. That wiring still lives within us, priming us to see division before unity. Another part lies in culture, which rewards competition and independence over collaboration and interdependence. And yet another part lies in fear, the fear that if we dissolve the boundaries of self, we will lose something precious, something essential. But here is the truth. Remembering oneness does not erase individuality. It does not turn you into a faceless part of the whole. Instead, it deepens your individuality. It allows you to live fully as an I, while recognizing that this I exists within a vast interconnected we. It is not a matter of losing yourself. It is a matter of seeing yourself clearly, as both unique and inseparable from everything else. To illustrate, imagine standing in a forest. You place your hand on the rough bark of a tree. You hear the wind whispering through the leaves, smell the damp earth beneath your feet. For a moment, the sense of separation fades. There is no clear line between you and the forest. You are part of its rhythm, part of its breath. You are both observer and participant, self and world at once. That experience, that brief dissolving of boundaries, is not a mystical fantasy. It is a glimpse of what has always been true. Separation is a story, connection is reality, and the story matters. When we believe in separation, we act out of fear. We hoard, we compete, we measure our worth by comparison. We feel anxious, isolated, incomplete. But when we remember connection, we act with compassion. We give, we share, we see ourselves in others. Our choices shift, our relationships deepen, our lives align with something larger than ourselves.